name is Brittany Darling Jewett. I am the current provincial coordinator for Zoomers in Balance, which is formerly known as Zoomers on the Go. This video is going to be used to show you how to complete your registration if you are having some troubles. So I'm going to share my screen. So this is what the registration form looks like. You would have received this link in an email or from Facebook, and this is the link for new participants. So this is if you have never participated in Zoomers before, and so this is the form you are going to fill out. So from the beginning, you can see that this name's actually wrong. I think if I refresh my page, oh, never mind. It might be. Anyways, all good. We changed the name, so it should say Zoomers. In Balance, when you go to register, same with here. This form is also available in French, so if you need a French version, please go look for the different video for that. We run our Zoomers in 12-week sessions. So this session will run from April 8th to June 29th of this year, 2024. Registration is on a first-come, first-served basis, and we have locations listed below. And once those locations are full, we do take them off the registration. So if you do not see a location on the registration that you were hoping for, it's most likely that it filled up already for this session. If someone drops a class, we will email or post on Facebook to those who are interested in that location, so keep an eye out for that. And again, times listed may be updated if a leader or a location needs to change the time of class, but we will always make sure to let you know all that information before class starts on April 8th. And finally, before we get started, you should know that you do not need a Gmail for this. This form is made by Google, but you do not need a Google email to complete this. So if you use different email, no worries. I'm not even signed on here, and I can still complete this registration. So, and this is just the same thing in French. So now we jump into the locations. These are all locations in New Brunswick. If you are hoping to register for a class outside of New Brunswick, you will be clicking on online only, because right now we only offer in-person classes in New Brunswick. So the list is in alphabetical order. So let's say you wanted to register at the Dalhousie Recreaplex on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10:30. You would click this one. But for this purpose, I'm going to keep it to online only so that I don't take up a space in the registration. And as you can see, they're all here. This one is to be determined. There's certain things like this where these classes are only 10 weeks only. That's the leader's availability. So just watch out for those things when you are registering and make sure that the times and days work for you. So once we go down here to the bottom, you can select if you would also like to receive online links. And this is if you are hoping to get the recommended amount of 3 sessions per day or per week. Some locations only have 2, some have 3 like this location, but most only have 2. Oops. I need to go back up and select online because I touched that one. So we recommend here at Zoomers that you also do online classes. This is for, you will get the links to our sessions, which are right here. And so we have classes every day, and this is also subject to change. We may have a few more classes on Thursdays and Tuesdays, which currently don't have many. So just keep an eye out on this, and we will always update all of those who are interested in the classes. This list includes French and English classes. So if you select English, we will send you those links. But if you would not like to have online classes, you can select in-person only, and that is if you don't have internet at home or you just wish to only participate in class. This next question is if you would like to receive our pre-recorded classes on YouTube. So we have some leaders who were very nice and recorded their classes for us. And so if you miss an online class live or you miss class in person, you can select yes so that we will send you the links to our pre-recorded classes and you can watch those at any time. So now after we get through the class options, this is where you would start to fill in your information. So first you would put your name. My name is Brittany, and you would put your last name with some spelling mistakes, I guess. And then your phone number. So make sure to put 506 or your area code just in case we need to call you if you are not from New Brunswick. And then your phone number as usual. Your email, if you don't have an email, you can write NA or you can write your email for us so that we can email you with the links and more information. And this email right here is our email in case you are ever needing it. I live in Fredericton, so I'm going to put Fredericton and I'm going to select New Brunswick. And this is where you would put your emergency contact. This is where you would put your age. So everyone in this program has to be 50 plus. So let's say I'm 50 for this example. And then you would go through and you would select these questions. So sex at birth, which language you speak most often at home, your ethnic group, and if you also do not want to answer these questions and you want to keep that information private, you can always click prefer not to answer or other, and you can just write prefer not to answer. Here, you can also write I do not identify or prove not to answer. You can also select multiple if you fit in multiple. It also asks if you are Indigenous, your relationship status. You can hear your highest level of education, employment status, household income. And then after we get through those demographic questions, which I should let you know, we ask because we do run a research study and here at the university, and we don't use any of your personal information, but we do use the demographic questions to get an idea of what people we are connecting to and where we can improve. So those questions help us know where we need to reach out more in which communities and which parts of the province we need to reach out to more, as well as different socioeconomic groups. So this next question is the Get Active questionnaire, and this is the screening questionnaire to ensure that you are able to participate in Zoomers. So here I will open it up, and it's a PDF. So this is a physical copy, and you can read through this if you would like. We use this in class settings here at UMB or in any other programs we have. So basically, it goes through these questions within the past 6 months. And if you say no to all of them, then you would go to the next page. If you say yes to any of them, it will give you advice on what to do. So this you do not have to fill out. This is for you to read because we have it already filled out on the Google form. So if you go back on here, it will ask if you've experienced any of these in the past 6 months. So you can read all these. It's asking about cardio, just how your body reacts to exercise, and if you've had any injuries. So if you have one of them, please click it, and you can write a little description here to explain what happened. So if I've had a concussion in the past 6 months, I can say I had a concussion, it was mild, doing well now. And that is good to know, especially if you are participating in person, because we need to know if you are physically able to participate in class. Here is another question. Do you have any pain or swelling? You can explain here again. Have you had a healthcare provider told you not to exercise or avoid or modify? No, and then you can explain. And if you have any other physical or medical condition, and you can explain those. And then this is where it would have brought you to that second page here where it says no and yes. If you answered yes to one of the more of the questions, um, we suggest that you talk to a healthcare provider before signing up for Zoomers. But if you have already talked to a healthcare provider, you can also click this. It says, I have consulted with a healthcare provider, qualified exercise professional, and they have recommended that you are more physically active. Or if you choose not to contact a healthcare provider, you can say, I've answered no to all the questions. Um, and then here you would type your name for an electronic signature so that we know that you have read through and acknowledge, and this is up to date on your health information. The next part is the waiver to accept the risks of participating in Zoomers. Now, this we do not have it written down on the form, so we highly suggest that you take the time to read this. It's not very long. It just explains that you will not hold Zoomers on the go liable or the University of New Brunswick. Or any of our members, officers, directors, employees, and independent contractors and agents from all liability. This basically, in less fancy words, means that if you were to have a fall or have something happen during class, you do not hold us accountable because it is a volunteer-free exercise program. So none of it's mandatory and it's at your own risk to participate in Zoomers, just as if you were walking out on the street. So that's what this explains. And we just would like you to read it and acknowledge that you have read the waiver, you understand what it's saying, and that this form will be good for this session and all future sessions. And then this is what we recommend, that you seek medical advice before participating in Zoomers if you've answered yes to any of the questions in Get Active questionnaire, which was the health information we just went through. By signing it, you acknowledge that when performing exercise routines, you may suffer an injury that you accepted to do at your own risk, and you assume the risk of any physical or other injury and agree that UMB shall not have any liability or responsibility for such an injury of harm. So if you have any questions about that, you can always contact us. But if you can read that and agree, we will just have you sign your name here. Perfect. And the last thing to do I think this is one of the last things, is the University of New Brunswick consent form. So this is our national program, AIMS, and Zoomers is under this, and we work in coordination with AIMS with these other schools and researchers. And so this is our document explaining how Zoomers came to be and what our purpose is of this research project. So it breaks out into funding, introduction and purpose, the information you need to know about why we started the program and who's eligible for the program, the overview, the evaluations we do, and the questionnaires and assessments. We also go into risks, potential benefits, and questions, and privacy and confidentiality. So I highly recommend that you also read this document before participating in Zoomers, just so that you have all the available information before you start your class, and it will help you have a better understanding of the program. And then after reading that, you will understand the research study that we are doing. And this is just asking if you understand. Do you understand that you can start participating in the project at any time? Yes. Do you understand that by agreeing to this consent form, you still need to register for the program if you wish to participate in future exercise sessions? So this form is not a one and done. If you wish to participate in a Zoomer session in 12 weeks from now, or when the next session starts. Either we will have registration happening in person, or we will also be sending out new links to complete it online. This question is if it's your first time doing Zoomers, please indicate which evaluations you would like to participate in. So there's the questionnaire-based evaluation, there's the questionnaire-based and functional evaluation, which are both explained in that document above. And you can learn more about that, but if you have any questions, you can also contact us, or you can select neither. And then if you would like to complete the evaluations, please indicate which methods you would choose. You would say online or phone call. That is up to you. And then, do you consent to your data being used in future analysis? Yes. By typing your name below, you consent to what we just went through. And then we will have the date. So today is March 18th, 2024. And this is the end of the registration. So once you have clicked submit, your registration will be complete. If you click submit and your registration will be submitted, yes, so we will get your registration and we will let you know some more details when the class time gets closer. At the end of the week, it says this, but actually, I just changed this before this video. This is wrong. You will receive an email right away after completing this form. So this would go, you'd click submit, and then you would get an email right away. Make sure to check your spam or junk folders, but it will be from Google Forms, but it is from us. And it will have your complete registration in a PDF there with all the information. And it will also say that this is a confirmation. So then the next question is for us staff. Was the registration completed over the phone? No, if you are doing this on your own. And if you do have troubles and cannot complete this registration on your own online, you can always call us and we can do it over the phone with you. So then you click submit and it says that congratulations, you've completed the registration for your exercise program starting on April 8th. And then that is it. So once you receive this page, this means that your registration has been submitted and we have it. So that is really good. Yes, and I actually have the registration email. It just came through right away. And so I will share what that looks like with you on my second page. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. And then I'm going to share this page. So now you should be seeing this page. This is saying this is a confirmation email. We have received your registration in our systems. We look forward to your participation in the spring 2024 Zoomers in Balance. And when you click on this, it brings you to all the answers that you just completed. So this has all the things that I just wrote in there written down. And so that way you know that you submitted it and you can go back and look at any questions you may have about your registration. So that is all for the registration process online for new participants. If you have any questions, you can always email us at zoomersonthego20@gmail.com or call us at 506-458-7034. And this is for Zoomers in Balance, formerly Zoomers on the Go. Thank you.